think, literally. Yeah, he survives. And Ice Spinner is gonna take us out. Man. Oh, I think I really just choked my endgame there. And I just did not preserve the right monster. What's up, YouTube? My name is Measly. Welcome back to the redemption arc. I'm so excited for this video. Everyone's having redemption arcs left and right, but this is the one. So as you guys just saw in our last Wi-Fi Draft League, we sadly lost in the semifinals, which was quite tragic. I was not too happy about that. So this is the season that we come back. Our second Wi-Fi Draft League. We have joined the APDL Emerald League, and this is a low tier league, and I'm super excited about the team that we drafted. So let's get into the review. Now, really quickly, before I get into all of the drafts, I want to set up the system that we have. So as you can see, we have 11 picks with different tiers. So you get 1 tier 1 pick, 2 tier 2s, 3 tier 3s, 3 tier 4s, and then 2 tier 5s. And your tier 5s are your Terra captains. And in this league, we're running an open Terra mode. So basically what that means is your Terra captains can be any type. However, you need to declare what type they are before you start your match. So let's get into it. Tier number 1, we have Goodra. Now Goodra was actually a late pick. Once we finished the draft, we had a grace period, and I originally had Okidoki. But as I was looking at my team, I wanted to make some changes, and I'm really excited about this because now we got Goodra again. Now Goodra is absolutely crazy. I mean, its stats are nuts. He has like base 100 and 110 attack and special attack. Its speed is actually not the worst thing in the world, but also where it shines is its Spadef at base 150. This thing is crazy. It gets a ton of coverage. It gets really good abilities with Sap Sipper and Gooey. Like, Goodra just does it all, and I'm excited to have it back on the team this season. I apologize, my face cam will be moving around a little bit depending on how the mons are set up, but nonetheless, for a tier 2 pick, we have actually who I picked first round in the draft, Feraligatr. Feraligatr is one of my favorite starters other than Sceptile, obviously, because he's just so good. He's so cool. His hidden ability, Sheer Force, is absolutely broken. You throw a Life Orb and Dragon Dance on this thing, and Feraligatr is sweeping, especially in low tier. I think that Feraligatr can absolutely cook, so I'm really excited to finally have him on my team. For our second tier 2 pick, we have Serperior. Now, Serperior is a really cool mon because it's so fast, but it also gets the great ability Contrary. So when you're knocking off Leaf Storms, instead of getting -2 special attack, you're actually getting +2. And on top of this speed and great ability, we also get Glare, Substitute. Like, Serperior just does it all. And Serperior is a mon that can set up and absolutely sweep teams. So I think we already have a really good start with a super bulky Goodra, and then 2 mons that can absolutely sweep. So now that we got 2 really great sweeping mons, I wanted to get a little bit more bulk on the team, and who better than Bronzan. Now Bronzan is a huge threat on the defensive side because not only does it get Levitate, but it also gets Heat Proof. So if you don't really have a lot of ground threats on the team that you're facing, you can run Heat Proof, and that makes him resistant to fire types, which he would originally be super effective to. Along with Bronzan, he also gets Screens, Stealth Rock. He gets a great variety of moves to deal some decent chip as you're also taking hits. So I'm really excited to use Bronzan this season. For our next tier 3 pick, I wanted to finish off that grass, fire, water core that we had going, so I picked up Talonflame. Now Talonflame is a super fast mon with, I think, base 126 speed, which is absolutely crazy, but on top of that, he also gets the ability Gale Wings, so we can have priority flying type moves in case we think that anyone's gonna set up on us, or we could run Flame Body, so just run a super defensive Talonflame, and then hopefully get some burns off on other Pokemon and get some roosts going. I mean, Talonflame just has so much potential, and I'm really excited, and Talonflame's a great defogger, so I'm excited to have it on the team. To round off our tier 3 picks, I wanted to finish off that Dragon Steel Fairy core, so we picked up Comfey. Now Comfey also has a cool ability called Triage, where all healing moves have a +3 priority, so moves like Draining Kiss and Giga Drain that Comfey gets will be priority, which is super handy. And now you can throw on like a Calm Mind. You don't have to worry about speed because you prioritize over everything. I feel like Comfey will do some crazy damage. I'm super excited to use it this season. To start off the tier 4 picks, I always like to have a really fast special attacking electric type, and who better than a Alolan Raichu. Now this thing is crazy, especially with Surge Surfer. You don't even have to invest in speed. You just get up electric terrain and you outspeed everything. And now you throw in like a Choice Specs or a Choice Scarf, and Raichu is just doing crazy damage, and it gets some good coverage with Surf and Grass Knot, and it gets Stab Psychics and Draining or Luring Voice. I think it also gets Draining Kiss. I mean, Alolan Raichu is nuts, or you could set up with a Nasty Plot and just sweep teams. I feel like Alolan Raichu will be a really good mon for endgame sweeps, or just getting off really good chip damage with Volt Switches. Now this season is a season of drafting my favorite mons, and one of those is Scrapy. Scrapy is so good. He's one of my favorite Gen 5 mons. He gets 3 really great abilities with Shed Skin, Intimidate, and Moxie, so you can have some sweeps going. He gets Dragon Dance, so you can start boosting that speed, which isn't super good, but once you start getting speed boosts, then you know, you're gonna be outspeeding things. And he's also a really big tank. I mean, obviously you have Intimidates, but I think his defense and special defense are like above 110 or 115. So he's just crazy. Base 90 attack, so he's gonna be doing some great damage. He has really good coverage on the physical side. So I'm so excited to use Scrapy this season, and I think he might be a slept on mon. I think he might cook. To round out the tier 4 picks, I have another mon that I've wanted to draft for a long time, Ambipom. Now this mon is actually so good. I really wanted it to be a Terra Captain, but it wasn't quite bad enough to be in tier 5, so we have it in tier 4. But this mon is crazy, especially with like Skill Link and Technician, and its speed tier. I believe it has base 115 speed, so like it's outspeeding everything. So we could throw a loaded dice and run Technician. We can run like a Choice Band and run Skill Link with Tail Slaps or whatever it is. Ambipom is a really good mon, and I'm so excited to bring it out this season. Now for our very first Terra Captain, we have Haunter. This thing was actually our second round pick because I wanted to make sure that I have at least one really good Terra Captain, and with the ability Levitate, Haunter really fits that Terra Captain spot well, because not only is he not fully evolved, so we can throw in an Eviolite, but with Terra we can run Terra Electric and not receive any super effective damage. And also Haunter is just a good mon. Even though it's not fully evolved, it has really good speed and special attack, and now we throw on Terra with it so that it can get crazy coverage. I mean, you can run any coverage move that you want with Terra Blast. So Haunter is a really good pick, and I'm excited to bring him in for this season. Now to round off our complete draft, we have Glaceon, and I'm really excited for Glaceon as a Terra Captain because while it doesn't have a great ability like Levitate for Haunter, its typing really utilizes Terastallization really well because Ice isn't the best defensive type, and it doesn't have the greatest coverage. Coverage is really where Glaceon slacks because its stats are great. It has base 135 or 130 special attack, so that's absolutely insane, and especially with the Freeze Dry, you can hit almost anything for effective or super effective damage. But now you throw Terastallization, so now you're taking hits and you have an extra coverage move for literally any type that you want. So I am super pumped to have Glaceon on our team. So there we have it, folks. There is our team for the APDL Emerald League Season 1. I'm really excited, especially for a low tier league. I think our team is super good. We have some crazy threats with Feraligatr, Superior, Scrafty, Haunter, but also we have some great bulk. with Goodra and Bronzan, Comfey, Glacial. I mean, this team, I think, really just does it all. I think they're really great. We have great Dragon Steel Fairy core, Fire Grass Water core, and it's nuts. And we have really, really good speed tiers with Talonflame, Superior, Raichu, Ambipom. I mean, I think this team just does it all, and I'm super excited, but I want to ask you, let me know your thoughts on my team. Where is it slack? Where is it really good? Is this team broken? Could this be the redemption arc? Let's find out. Stay tuned.